Hello and good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. God is trading at that 8:55. I'm going to close the position that I have here. I really don't know why. From yesterday. So see. These positions are just opened this morning. Wow. Yeah, so that is it. Just opened several positions, and I'm going to close at that 8:56 because the volatility is crazy. The volatility here is crazy, so I'm going to close that and then yeah. That is it. So allow me to do someone too. So we are going to go to what we said yesterday, and there are a lot of things that coming up right now. I think we might be getting a signal right now to end up together. So this is going to be much interesting. It's going to be much interesting. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready. Wow. Gold is very volatile, I tell you. The market is moving very fast. What? 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 Hey. 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 Okay. Closed. So I'm going to focus on okay, 1 minute. So how many remember do you remember the USD JPY yesterday? So I'm going to wait for some people to come here because it's already 9:59. Just decided to come some few minutes live. So yeah. Wow. I want us to connect to yesterday's SIG, what we signed yesterday, so that at least we can pick up from there. Continue liking. So if you are here, ensure that you like this live. If you're here, ensure that you like this live right now. Okay. Do that right now before we start. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 4 minutes. Yo, so yesterday there's something what we did here. I mentioned something here yesterday about the USD JPY. For those who are here, then just know that we mentioned something about USD JPY. I gave a 70 here. I just told you that for those who want to scalp, there's some few confidence around 70 here, so you can have some entries around 148, 600, and you can see we had around 20 pips up, and the market just moved all the way to 80.44. Right, and that was not that big, but I told you that you don't really have to. I told you this is the worst entry. You see this one, this is actually the worst entry that you can have in between 500 and all the way to 148. Even now, we are still going to wait for this market to come around here. Let's wait that the price, once it actually reflects below 148, then we are in. Once we get 158 and below, then we are in. We are going to be in for the USD JPY, and this is going to be long term. So make sure that you are ready for that. USD JPY for that. It's still moving. So once it hit this zone that you see here, I'm going to have entries around here. I'm going to have entries that is between, I'm going to give it a point in between 148 or 147.9, something there, and then in between that I'll give it around 20 pips inside. So I'm going to scale in around here, and I'm going to actually to hold for long term all the way up. So that is the what we are focusing on here. So we are almost there. We are almost there, because this market, once they hit that, then it's absolutely going to be moving all the way up. So that is the USD JPY that I'm focusing on. USD JPY. The prices of the gold right now at the moment, I'm just doing what we did yesterday. The prices is very volatile, but this morning I think I almost hit my target this morning with the gold already, because I had shown that already shown you that I already showed you that I saw that 860, I think 69 or around 70. Yeah, and then it is already down, and that was a good catch. That was already good catch, and used a big lot size, but still maybe we can be waiting for it. The gold is still moving up, and it's going to be determined by this kind of style. The market is up and up and up, and this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't think whether we are there yet. The market is going to keep moving, as you can see from this. But once we hit higher prices like 80s, because I know there is high chances that maybe at the end of the day we might be getting to 39. We might be getting 39 there, I think so. Might be getting 39. Okay. The other one that we checked yesterday was DXY. DXY, this is the dollar index that we was checking on yesterday. Is the dollar index. So remember, we are waiting for the USD JPY for a buy position to go long. Okay. The other one that we are checking is this, and we are talking about this zone and also the market moving just almost the same like USD, like JPY, how we were actually analyzing it, just almost the same. There's a pair that I told you that there was I'm just doing a recap of what we are doing yesterday, then I'll go to the news signed. What else did we check? We checked on GBP USD. This is where I told you that for those people who are holding to sell here, actually the market was here. For those who can remember, that was here. I just told you that this is a selling point. If you have the position that went bought from here, just sell around this area. The market decided to go back all the way to 34,167. So someone who sold around that area, maybe probably you made something from that. That is a GBP USD, a very good catch. What else did we check on this current side? Okay, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, so that is it. But you can see still we can apply what we used yesterday for today's market. So we are still valid. We are still on like USD JPY, where we are going to place our buy point, and then Yeah, and also the gold, we are going to try to find a very good entry around on the upper side. So that is what we are going to focus on. Yeah, so my signal here today might be trading USD JPY and gold. I don't think whether I'm going to trade GBP USD. I'm not be focusing on USD JPY, GBP JPY. Did we really check this? I think I was trading as well this one. Yeah, but we were trading this one here. So I think it was around the buying point here, but we closed at night. It's always all the way like that. So I don't have open position for this. It was just yesterday. This was just yesterday. So where this heading, because it is still moving down. We'll be checking that later to see what is happening. So that is the update, the quick update that we have, because we are almost there. So I'm focusing on gold to see where it's going to take us, and then we can place a sell position as we are going to buy USD JPY. It is currently at 148, and once it drops exactly just like this to below 148, then I place my first buy point at that zone. Yeah, but these are positions that we are entering together, because for my side I already achieved my morning target here. My target is already achieved. My target already achieved. My target already achieved. Today is, yeah, my target is already achieved. My target is already achieved. So I don't think whether I need. So we will only be trading. We only be trading together, but I will just open few positions. Like, no, not that aggressive, but I will just have some few entries with small lot size. I will just have a small lot size. That is what the one I'm going to be using here. Small lot size there. Now, remember one thing, that this week we have a lot of high impact news that we are really waiting. Remember, this is the week, because today is the end of the month. Today is the end of September. This week is the one that we expect the NFP news. Remember that. And unemployment claim. So this is a week that we expect the market to be very volatile, and especially on the side of the gold, we expect a very big moves that is really going to be happening here. I don't want to go really so deep on this, because already these are things that you are supposed already to know. These are things that you're really supposed to know. These are things that you are really supposed to know. What the impact, because this morning Australia just decided to keep the interest rate at 3.6%. Yeah, so with that, I don't think there was any impact. But today on the conference, you can just be following on that. It was that you can go and check why they just decided to do that, and you're going to see some impact on what really happened to that market. It's so much interesting. NDP, you can be checking on that, and we'll be trading. I think this will be 3:15 p.m. We'll be live at that time, so we'll be analyzing every news when on that day. Yeah, but today 5 p.m. I don't think I'll be here, because this is East African time for jobs opening. Yeah, but I don't think this does not really so much have a impact when it comes to the currencies, and it's high impact, but not that much as what we are anticipating at the end of the week, because so many people, when they are waiting for the NFP, it seems like the others don't really even matter a lot. Yeah, that is what I do right there. Yeah, so that was all what I'll be checking. So we are going to still analyze on the others, but there are a lot of things coming in. Remember yesterday what I told you, that there are a lot of things that are really happening. If you are trading US dollar, there are a lot of things that are really happening outside the US. There are a lot of things that are happening worldwide. So when we go to analyze the fundamentals, don't forget sentiment analysis is very important. Sentiment, to know what is really happening, how the traders are really feeling. That is a very important point to really check on. And concerning on how the current JPY is moving, we might be checking it later to see what is really driving it to move that quickly. And I'll be telling you that later as well. But remember also the focus for the USD JPY. And what we checked here is the other one is USD JPY, the DXY. The DXY, the positions that we have here. Remember, still we are where we were waiting for it to come around this area here, but this was yesterday. Remember, this was yesterday here, but remember now things have changed. We are going to really drive again and see what we can just be waiting here, because you can see actually it moved from 97,800 and went all the way to 98,63. That is yesterday before it is actually moved down here. Now, is it going to test this point again? That is a question that you should be asking yourself right now, because this is very important. Because if it keep moving all the way, and remember we end other candidate for the moves that we have 97,464, there is possibility for it to move like that one. And I think once it be reaching to this point here, we might be having crisis, because the prices of the gold might be eating 3900. That will be big move. All right, now how many are here? So if you are here, let me just know in the chat. Good morning. Good morning on your side. So I was very quick because I think I had some position with gold, and you know gold once waste time kidogo hivi. Hey, it's up to you. All right. Now let's begin. Now let's start this one. We have 1 hour, then we are out here. We have like just 1 hour, 1 hour to analyze this. We just have 1 hour to analyze this. So if you have any question, let me just see you typing good morning down on there. There are a lot of people asking me, where is the live stream? Where is the live stream? I don't know whether what's the problem. Let me. So if you're planning to sell gold, don't do that. Don't do that right now. there's possibility for it to move up again. So if you're planning to sell gold, just wait. This is not a good time to sell. It's not a good time to sell. The gold actually might be feeling this gap is created here. So don't sell gold right now. Don't sell. Just wait. But we get high point, I think around 80s. There is possibility for it to hit 80. So once we hit that one, then we can sell. But remember, it's possibility today we might be hitting all the way to the gold actually might be touching higher prices, just like 39 there. We might be going to 39 might be getting 39. We might get 39. We'll get 39. I'm just saying, for those who are planning to good. Yeah, you see the USD JPY is heading to away. So once we hit this corner here, then we can start having some buys around here. We are almost there. Once we hit below 148, ending below 148, then we are in. We are in. Once we are there, we are in. I'm going to get in. USD JPY. Are you ready for that? Yeah, for those who are planning to sell, go on to that. Just wait for the higher prices right now. Just do that. Yeah, so we are almost into the USD JPY. Yes. USD JPY, we are almost there. So once we hit below here, once we enter around here, then we're good to have the position in. Once we are there, yeah. Okay. What's happening with GBP USD JPY? Let's recheck the USD JPY. How is it doing? USD JPY, how is it doing? USD JPY, we are still here, but I think almost there. I think yes, from here, from this point on around this area, I think we are going to have big move that is going to happen inside this position here. Inside this point, we are going to get it. Yeah, but you can see still that candle. This is 4-hour time frame, but still the move is still there. So we're just going to give it time. We're still going to give it time. Yes, for those USD JPY, that is the USD JPY that we'll be focusing on here. On the other side, I have this is GBP USD. On the other side, I have gold. This is gold here. I told you already, you don't have to sell around here. Just wait for the prices to create a new highs, like 80 something, and there's high probability that gold is actually going to hit around 39. Once we broke 70, there's high possibility to actually going to hit 39. That is 3,900, and that is crazy. 3,900, that is crazy. 3,900, that's big. 3,900, that is big one. And yeah, so we can think of buying from that. But we also checked the DXY and we realized how it has been moving, and it might be pushing it to move all the way up. So that is the reason why. That is the reason why if DXY moves down. But remember, this is also a week of a lot of news. There are a lot of news going on in terms of fundamental sentiments. It's actually going to drive the market to move. Yeah, the sentiment that you can check is number one, you can see these, government shutdown fears, a lot of things that have been going on in US. If you've been looking keenly on that, you realize there are a lot of speculations that are really going on in US, and this is crazy. I really don't know how to address those types of claim. I don't know even meaning of them, how they want. There are a lot of things really going on in that case. Government shutdown, I think that will be crazy. And I think that can drive to the prices of going to eat even 4,000. 4,000, that can be really crazy if it hit 4,000. Yeah. But anyway, we are still waiting for the USD JPY. As you can see, it is still moving. And we are waiting for it to come to a point here, which is around here. It's almost there, because once it hit below 148, of which is now it is 148, and yeah, it's almost 148 and 2 point. Yeah, we are there, I think so. We are here, so it has already touched our point. I'll have my first buy. I will have my first buy here for the USD JPY. 140. Yeah, that is it. USD JPY, where is it? Okay. That the first one. It has not officially touched, but you can see it's touching already. So I'm already in, and we're waiting to see big moves happening, and I'm going to give it time to move. So there is no hurry for it. But even before you enter that, we always make sure that we get remember, this is 1 hour time frame, so probably most of the time for us to get confirmation is always good to wait and see good candles. That is what I would advise on your side, especially for the people who have small account. Yeah, that is what you have to focus on. If you think your account is really small and you really have to go in details before you even enter position, before you click that buy or sell, you need to enter it to details. You need to be in details, right? Like before you enter, make sure that you check the candles first. Like for example, this is a market that is moving down, is already below 48. You can see it is almost now hitting below 148. Now the first thing that you actually check after confirming your analysis and everything, the first thing to check is actually the candles, how they're lining, what is really happening here, and that is what you really have to check. It's already checked here, but you need to go in details, like even to 15-minute time frame being the lowest time frame that you're going to check, like 15. You check 15-minute time frame, and then because this is a point where I'm buying, then you're going to analyze the last candle here, and you can see this slowness here is not the same as these candles that have been forming here. So once you realize there's a signal to move all the way up, then that is a time we buy. But at least now we have a region of entry that is between 148 and some 20 pips down. So inside that you can actually have some buys, like just dividing them. I don't concentrate my entries at one point. No, I don't do that. I normally divide them. I call it scaling in. I normally scale in, and also on my exit point I normally scale out. That means when I enter, I just enter slowly, and when I get out, I get out slowly. Yeah, that is to maximize everything. So I have already my first entry because the market is reading 147.9, and that's good. That's good. I already have my entry because you can see it's already touched our region of entry. So once we are here, ensure that at least you have some entries, and then we're going to wait for that one. So it's going to take some time now. It's going to take some time for it to move. Yeah, so that is what we are doing here. We have already the entry there. Remember, anything can really happen to this market. Now we are on. That is the USD JPY that we are really focusing on. But remember, for those who are trading gold, I want you to do this. For those who are trading gold, this is not the good time to trade gold right now. Just wait for these prices either to move up. But right now, there is possibility gold is going to peak from here. Gold is going to peak from here and move up, but that is not guaranteed. The big move that I'm looking for sales once this market hit new all-time highs above like 90s or 39, that is when I can have smart entry. This morning the market moved to 38.70. I got a very good sell. That's why I'm not today. I'm just be relaxed. Today I'm just relaxing here, and I'll just be enjoying my things here, pole, having some small entries here and there. Right, that is what I'm planning to do. Carlos, una trend nini leo? What are you trading? That's my guy there. What are you trading? Una trend gold? I hope kaunti yako si kidogo hivi. Don't joke with the gold. Inaweza kuwa vibaya sana. So sidhani kama gold tunaiza. Yeah, so already niko in kwa USD JPY. I'm in. Because my account is big, I could actually even enter all the position at 149, 147, 999, the one that I saw there. Then hizo zingine mtangojea nyinyi. Yeah, so let me have my entries. I'm going to have my entries of them. So and that is 0.5. 0.5 for today is good for USD JPY. 0.5 lot. It's good. I'm in. I'll be showing you this later. So USD JPY, I'm in. So I will be The only thing is just wait patiently. You just wait patient. We'll be waiting this since yesterday. So you see that candle that is forming there, the high possibility the market is going to move up. It's crazy how you see it, eh? It's already printing $8. So that's crazy. So that is it. So I hope this candle that is forming here actually can move all the way to 148.9 or 149. So once we hit 149, 149 is good because that 100 pips, clean 100 pips, clean 100 pips. That will be so nice. Clean 100 pips. That will be nice. Do you have? Have you entered this market? You see, this candle is forming here. I don't know whether it's going to reverse from here or it is going to. So we'll be confirming when once it hit like 300. Okay, once it hit like 300, that is when you can confirm like indeed that market is moving up. But for now, it is still down. But what? How much do I really? How much is this? I can see money here. That was not one. $16, $15, 20. Yeah, still we are positive a little bit. But what I'm saying is this one, you see, I'm waiting. Do you see this candle that is trying to move up here? That is the one I'm just waiting to see how it's going to be. So that is the one that I'm waiting to see. Once that market hit, but you can see our risk reward ratio is already, but we are going to be targeting 149. 149, 149. Just find a good entry there. But if this candle is actually going to move at like 300, we can be sure that it did. We are really moving up. This is 1 hour. So if it closes positive without reversing a half of this, like reversing from 200, then I think we'll be good to go. The market might be moving up. Yeah, that is 148. Yeah, but still you have time to enter when the market actually comes below 148, right? Yeah, so let's see how the candle is going to behave there. This is a gold, still back to that 848. This market, this gold is very volatile, man. From 71 to 48, that's big move. That so big move there. I want to see this retracement side. we are in, so you can have your USD JPY entries. You can have your entries here inside here. That is when you're going to have your entries around that area here. It's going to be amazing. Do we really have the stop loss for USD JPY? I don't think so. I don't know whether I live with that, but already I think yeah, don't know. This is a very big move that I'm waiting here to. Gold is doing its magic right now, and I'm not in any position with the gold right now. I'm not in any position with the gold right now. I'm not in. Yeah, but you can expect the gold prices to, for those here, you see, around, let's say here, I think that is where we have some retracement before it moves up. That is a kind of retracement what you'll be waiting to see around here. I think that is where we have 60 to 50% of Fibonacci around that area here. So in case probably you have the positions, I think that is where we have some entries, yeah, around here. But the reason I'm not in for the gold, because there is a possibility for going back to 30, a possibility for it to go to 30. So once we hit 30, that is when I can just decide to, if it hit that, then I can just buy for today again, if it hit that. But now I'm just going to leave it. I'm just in for USD JPY. So USD JPY is here. Yeah, the other pairs that will orders have to check, but it's good we concentrate on one. Although others still, there are some other moves that are good here, but still that's nice. That's nice. There's other pairs that we can really check, but we can really concentrate maybe on one or those two, and then we'll see how things are really going to unfold here. So for those who are trending to buy the gold, I think it's almost there. This is your point that you really waiting to see here. So I sent 40, I sent 30, the possibility for 30, that is here. There's possibility for this point here. See here, if it come to this point, then I would think to buy. Forget about Fibonacci 50% retracement, forget about that. So if we get 30 here, if we get here, then I can have my buys. If I can get, if it's going to get to 30, that's something here, then I'm going to buy from there. So I hope the USD JPY is going to move from there upwards. This candle is not going to frustrate us because we are already in for the USD JPY. But the gold sign, for those who are trading gold, make sure that you're very careful. But if it gets to 30, that is 38 to 30, I can assure you can have your entry. But right now, be very careful if you want to have your entries around that one area, around that area there. So I hope you entered at what for the, I think I told you to enter around 147.9 something. Yeah, so if you are on 147.7 something, then I think you will up. Yeah, the market is already up. So I used 0.12. I already told you that I entered a position this morning for the gold. So Today I'm just slow. I'm not using any big lot size at the moment. I'm just going to be kidogo too. It's just a small one. Yeah, a small one. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 times 0.1, that is 0.5. So I have 0.5 for the entry of 148 exactly. Yeah, I'm just monitoring on, but in case we get to this point, you can have your buys. I'm not saying it's going to go to that. That is not possible probably, but in case we get to that, is that's a good entry point. That's a good one. You can have your buys, because I know so many people stop losses will be hit there. Yeah, you can have that one. Meanwhile, our entry was the USD JPY. So if we get this, boom, we get to 600. My exit point is going to be 149. So once we get 149, I'm going to go for today. Oscar, yes. All right, how are you? So Carlos, entry zako ziko wapi? Where is your entry for the USD JPY? Was it below 148? So we are going to give it time. Market is just entry. You make a good decision, then the rest patience. You become patience, okay? You gain any patience. You have to be very patient, man. Yeah. What else? Okay. So what I'm saying is that I hope this, but remember this is our entry point. These are buying zone. We are giving it 20 pips inside here. So it's up to you. I'm teaching you my way. Have what we call scaling in. So I hope this candle that are creating here, I'm going to let's go. So once we hit all the way like 200, 148, 2, we may not be back again. So your patience now. It's time to be patient. It's time to wait. Mimi sijaingia Gont. Mimi si trade Gont. I'm not trading Gont. But what I'm saying is that in case Gont comes to this point here around 33.30, then there's the confidence I have. You can have your entry. But right now, if you have small account, it's really going to frustrate you big. Sana. Yeah. That was okay. If someone, let's say for example, someone wanted to have 50% retracement line and you draw between 50 and 60s, you see it could have actually taken you here around this corner here. So this was valid here, the last entry 41. But no, I'm not. That is not going to be valid. There is possibility this market is really going to move. Gold is going to touch that. Is highly likely possible. It can actually hit that one. That is. Yeah. So, but USD JPY, I'm going to give it time. That is the most important thing. I'm going to give it time to see where we're going to be moving. Time is critical. Time, patience. We give it patience to see how it's going to do all these things here. We already have our entry on the half assigned there. So the rest is for us to wait. Ingine sasa ni tungoje, we will just wait Patience, man. Patience. Ikikuja chini, we just wait again. We wait. I'm just entering these positions on your behalf, guys. My daily target is already hit, and I'm okay. I end up very good to sell this morning. Sniper entry. That 8069. Could you going to actually go to that 3? Yeah, last. Yeah, possible. It's actually can move here. So once ikikuja that point, I think we can buy from there. That's possible. If you're watching this, ensure that you subscribe, like, and we are just back, and we are trying to build this community to be big as well. So tuna try to grow. So we want to increase in numbers, interactions. In season 3 ama season 4 live trading. We have done this several times. Possibility for the gold to move to 30s, 33. Then that can be a good entry, no problem. Gold is very volatile. Take care of that. Yeah. Look. Are you looking at this? Yeah, for those who wanted to have entries for the gold, when it comes to here 33, that is, you can have your entry there. There's no problem, that will be good for you. Yeah, wale wa entries are gone. 32 ishafika hapa. 32 is here. Did we really get back out to 35? 32 gone, just deciding to hit 32. Just okay. Did you see that? Did you see that? Here. 32, boom. Ndio hiyo sasa. Hey, 36. So hapo you had to be very fast. Very fast. The goal is very fast, by the way. You have to kislike kidogo hivi ukienda hivi kusema unafa. It doesn't just look at that. From 40 something, now we are talking about 32. Did you see that move? Did you see that move? So ours is just the one that entry that we have is USD JPY here, and still we are inside the entry. So for those who are planning to enter, this is a good time to buy. But the last entry is 757. So this is how I normally divide my entries. So those are going to be my entry positions. Just look at that. We are back to 38. And this is a position I was talking about here. Once we hit this, just look at how it has tested this. I don't think whether gold is actually going to move below that again. I don't think whether it's going to move below that. And that is going to be big move that is going to be happening here, and I think it's going to go back all the way up. So for those colors, I hope umeingililia hapo kwa that to this area here. So the one that I have drawn here, nisha kuonyesha that region here, and yeah, that is the zone I was talking about. Hapo lazima ungekuwa fast. So inaweza test that region again. I don't know whether it's going to test that again, but I don't think whether I can be waiting for it to move below 30. I don't think they can move to below 30. This likelihood is going to move even higher. Okay. Okay, let's see. Saying that we can wait. Okay, let's see whether it's going to test that again, but which is very okay in case it tests that one again. But if it's going to move below that, I think there's going to be a problem somewhere. Inaenda kuwa vitu zingine sasa. Okay. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the USD JPY to hit 148 and then going to test there. Then we can end this and then resume again tomorrow. At least tuisukume tuangalie venye kunaenda before we close everything. Before tuseme wow, this a wrap up. Then we can just, let's just see how this is going to be. But I think gold might not be moving below 33 again. So that is going. Remember that 33 here yesterday was a very big problem. To break that was actually big trouble yesterday. To break that one was a very big mess. And now today, let's see what is going to be happening. Might be moving. So for those who are trading gold right now hurumia sana. Just look, gold is making big moves here. Our USD JPY is just joking and doing its things here and there. No problem. Okay. You are in gold. Umeingililia wapi Oscar? Where is your entry? Did you have your entry here or you are just catching or chasing the market? Yeah, but my entries were actually here. So there's possibility this candle that you see, once this 15-minute candle is forming here, probably is the one that is going either to touch this or move up. The 15-minute here, let's see, is it going to test this again or is going to move all the way up? That is a big thing here. The same thing with the USD JPY here. The market is really on a very verge of big moves that is happening here, and the time is running. Let's go. Hey, USD JPY, what's your plan? What's your plan, man? What's your plan? This candle has not really closed. It's going to close in the next 1 hour. This is not going, it's going to close the next 1 hour. That is, it's going to close in the next 1 hour. Total of, I'll not be here. Total of 1 hour is here. Yeah, but still we are inside our entry zone. We are not even moving to the stop loss sign. We are also still, because this is not a big region. It's only that this is a lower time frame. It's only that this is just 1 hour time frame, just 20 pips inside. So this is not bad. But for the people of gold, I don't think it's going to move below 30. So if you have your entries right there, just hold. And probably we are going to hit 60s, 70s or 39. That is going to be crazy in case we get to that prices today. Possible, highly possible. My people all entered USD JPY. Let's just hold. It's just, we entered 900. Is now 866. So we are still there because we are going to hold 100 pips. So it's just few pips there. So we are still inside. So we are still inside. Tuko ndani sasa. So don't be worried. It's just scaring us, but make sure that your stop loss is not this close. How it's going to be hit just 2-3 seconds and then you are gone. Yeah, that is it. Very crazy. Sijui kama niache hizi. You look for this kidogo. Jameni, gold inaenda wapi? What? I did not expect this. Just look at this. This is big. Let's see. Could it be coming to this point here? Wow. Hey, this is crazy. That's why mimi niliachana na hii kitu. Ambia mimi si trend gold leo. I told you I'm not going to trend gold today. I'm not going to trend gold today. I'm not. No way. No way. I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to give it time. I'm going to just give it time. I was expecting this zone here. Reverse that is really valid. But once we cross this, I think there's possibility for below 37. If it crosses below that. Yeah, but for our USD JPY, it is still at 9. So still almost to our entries. It's that break even. We go come break even. Aye, gold 13. Hey, norma. I've never seen these ones. Today I told you I'm not trading gold. Mkaona kaa jokes. I'm not trading gold today. Paka nione vitu zenye nataka hapa. Mimi niko kwa USD JPY. Niko kwa USD JPY. Look at this. I did not expect it to move below this. So there is probability for it to move below 37. But that will be very crazy because from 38.70, that's big. Let me see what is happening here. Open gold sasa. You just fear. You just fear this. Let me check something.
We saw a similar case.
Yeah, I see. Insane gold, insane. Let me give you this news right now. Insane gold. Okay. So actually, what is really happening right now is because it is a 65 surge in seizing Hong Kong. It's just leading so strong demand of gold related equities just moving up, and yeah, so this is just raising to US dollar $3.2 billion. This actually is making the future supply increase for the gold. So that means the supply of gold is actually going to increase because of this. And when there is more supply, then the prices normally has to go down. That's why we have problem here. But I don't know. I think that is the news that actually has hit this. The gold. That is the news we have about the Sing Sing, Hong Kong. Wow. So the supply of gold is eventually going to be, so that means we might be getting the prices of the gold actually moving lower prices even than before, long term, and that is going to be crazy. So that is what we get here. The supply of the gold is going to increase, and that is going to make the gold prices move down. That's amazing. It is crazy. Sorry for those who are trading gold. Poleni sana. But with USD JPY, let's just wait and see how the market is behaving. So my entries are here. I think is almost at the break even because my entries is 9. I'm just negative like $2. So we're just waiting to see how the prices are, how things are really going to unfold here. I know with the time things are really going to be smart, these are really going to be good, so we just give it time, maybe at the end of the day, to see how the USD JPY is going to unfold, whether it's going to move above 148 and all the way to 300 and to 149. That is our last entry that I'm going to have, and I know that is going to be amazing. Yeah, Oscar, you are cooked. Yeah, that was very fast. Actually, it's the news that that was just some breaking news there. So it's just caught you off guard. That is the reason we always have to place the stop losses, because such things can really happen. And I told you gold is really trending crazily. So that was amazing. That was crazy. Yeah, so we will just wait again tomorrow to see, but we will start with the USD JPY, the signal that we entered right now. That is where we are going to start here tomorrow to see how these things are really going to unfold here. Our entries here, and yeah, our last entry being 149. I'm just going to leave it like that to see where we are actually going to be moving. So until tomorrow again, I'll see you again. Ensure that you invite someone else tomorrow, and we're going to increase and have at least a big team here so that we can do this. We can do this in a big way. I'll see you again tomorrow. Ensure that you subscribe, like, and let's share this out. You can as well always go back and recheck this live analysis and everything. I'll be leaving this video right here. I've live stream almost now 2 hours. It's my time now to sign out. Thank you so much for those who have participated in the comment section, Akina Carlos and everyone. I know tomorrow is going to be bigger and better.